down.
No, no.
So, hey guys, welcome to Paleo 0 to 60. Well, I'm Jeff. This is my dad, Bruce. I've been eating paleo for a few years now, and I'm trying to get my dad on the wagon here to at least try it out. We're going to do 60 days, the first 30 of which will be pretty strict paleo. As you can see, we're going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff here. And then the next 30 will be kind of playing with that a little bit and seeing where we can sort of move the borders around a little bit and still feel okay and still look okay, still be losing weight, and all those sort of beneficial things of the paleo diet.
So we don't usually keep all this stuff on the counter, but we went through all of our cupboards and pantry here to
it was kind of shocking. I opened the pantry door and was horrified. But we're going to fix that real quick here. So, some general rules of thumb when you're looking at getting rid of some food that maybe isn't so good for you. Put that down, would you? I actually am very partial to these orange rolls, but they will be going as well. So, general rules of thumb, we're looking at getting rid of grains, legumes, dairy, as well as high fructose corn syrup and a lot of omega-6 fatty acids. We'll talk some more about why we want to do all of those things at later times, as well as how to recognize, put those down. I know they're delicious. So, the grains part, we're looking at stuff like cream of wheat, pretty obvious grain stuff, Triscuits, got some corn in these taco shells, all this breakfast cereal stuff, crackers. There's oftentimes a lot of gluten that's in other stuff too, so you might want to look for wheat in stuff like soups and stuff like that. So you got your grains, legumes. Legumes, you're looking at stuff like beans. We got a lot of canned beans we're going to be getting rid of. Knock that off. Looking at these peas over here. Actually, so with the peas is a good example of kind of how you look into this. So I wasn't sure on peas where those fall because they kind of seem like a vegetable. But I was not so sure, so I looked it up online. They're actually a legume, so we're gonna be ditching those for the time being. I didn't look too deeply into the science of that, but just to be safe, we're just gonna cut out stuff that's maybe not so black and white here.
But we will talk about what those factors are later on.
Right. Yeah. We'll try to look into more of the science of the nerds among you. Take this for example. So cream of broccoli soup sounds delicious, doesn't it? It also sounds like broccoli. That can't be that bad, right? So. We'll flip it over, look at the ingredients list. This is my go-to spot for deciding whether something is actually food or not food. So looking through here, it's got organic soy milk in here, so soybeans, problematic, they're a legume. And then expeller-pressed safflower oil, which is going to be high in omega-6. And we'll talk more about some vegetable oil stuff later on with the omega-6s. A lot of dressings, actually every single dressing I found, has typically one or more kinds of vegetable oils, as well as often sugar. This one's got soybean oil and cane sugar are the second and third ingredients after water. So we'll get rid of this. Last two items here that were a little tricky. I wasn't sure what to do with. Raisins and dates. So raisins and dates, they're fruit, they're fine. The problem is dried fruit will spike your insulin levels a lot. It's very high glycemic index. So you're going to want to monitor that. In my dad's case, we're trying to lose some weight, so we want to resensitize him to some insulin, or do his insulin, which means we can't spike his blood sugar. So these are going to be out for the first 30 days for sure, probably longer than that, and then we may do some small doses. And then the last item was these old-fashioned sweet pickles. So looking at the ingredients list again, cucumbers, that's fine. High fructose corn syrup, not fine. So stuff like this that seems rather benign, it's oftentimes worth just checking the ingredients list. And we'll go into this later. We'll look at some more stuff in the grocery store perhaps and kind of talk about what do I look for? What should one be looking for when trying to decide whether stuff you're eating is actually food or if it's some sort of processed chemical nonsense.
And my understanding is that we really need to be super careful about this at first.
Yeah, you'll want to be really careful at first. I think Rob Wolf recommends doing 30 days, really strict, no grains, no legumes, no dairy. And then you can try adding in stuff like dairy and see how you respond. See if you have problems with your gut, if you feel worse, if you sleep worse when you add in these extra things.
Or see if you feel less like killing your paleo.
Yeah, hopefully I will survive this 60-day experiment. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll come up with some other interesting stuff. We'll probably be showing you some recipes, showing you some stuff to think about, talking about some of the science behind it. And feel free to comment on the video and send us your questions, and we'll try to answer them. And subscribe to our channel. Thanks.